Okay. Welcome to the show, everybody.
Yeah, that's how this works.
Yeah.
Hello.
A little bit rough
Hello,
from the start,
stream.
but
I'm Vampire Logan here. I messed up the tagline. It's Vampire Logan. I've heard it
We
so
can
many
hear you.
times.
You tell us what to say.
Hey, it's Vampire Logan here. I am sitting here with my crew. We are about to get into not Curse of Strahd, Cora Eva Ruin, episode 21.
Yay! Much
Now, here's Jesse
happiness.
with the flashback. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's
Someone
fixed.
say,
It's
"Okay, what
fixed.
happened?"
Okay, hey, Vampire Logan here, as they
Oh.
just said.
I don't know. I think she did a better job, dude.
Probably.
Embrace the chaos, man. Embrace the chaos.
Anyway, we're here for Eva Bruin, episode 21. Take it away, Jess.
Yeah. So let's do our flashback. What we missed last week because I was in Barbados, which was a lot of fun.
Nice.
Humble brag. Humble brag.
That's not humble. I wasn't hiding it.
It's not
Non-humble
humble. It is a brag.
The humble brag. I think it might just be a brag.
Just straight brag.
Straight brag. Yep.
Straight up.
And so yeah, what happened 2 weeks ago?
Okay, 2 weeks ago. We were still in the giant Iron Man. We started with the Durgaloth battle that the one that killed Wolfham.
Yeah. He's
yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
He got better.
Yes.
Got better.
He got better.
Got better. Exactly. The Durgaloth did not.
No,
We checked out some stuff up there. We figured out about the fire hose that could shoot 60 feet. That was super cool. We went up higher into the brain, and the brain was made of something that looked like an iron gray ceramic, and the next piece of the rod floated above it. And then out of the gray ooze that was coming from it, Ixiom and Dosium appeared and said, "Oh, all my life's work's been for no reason whatsoever. Oh, woe is me."
And said, "Oh, hey, what's up?"
Right? We did give him the helmet to try to relive the last memory like Ramses had, but he wasn't able to. He got it close to his head, and then I couldn't do it. So we decided in our standard party fashion that, hey, we need another old guy with us.
Another weird old wizard man.
Another weird old smart wizard
Not a
dude.
wizard.
Collect them. Like
So
Pokemon.
Fine, weird
cut-
old magic
Digimon.
man.
There we go.
Exactly. So we had him
Collecting
attuned
them like
to.
stones.
Okay. Yeah, collected them like the stones. Exactly. Eventually, we'll have a full set. We
Ixiom and
Maybe one
Dosium
day
we
we'll
sound
had him
like a
attuned
Pokemon.
to the right. We had him attuned to the ring of mind shielding. Oh, wait till these guys level up and evolve.
Yeah, I forgot to do that.
And then we cast dispel magic on the once he couldn't leave, and so we came up with the plan that we would have him be killed, and then his soul would go into the ring of mind shielding. And so the plan was I would cast, because there was guardians that as soon as we started doing this, these guardians would trigger. And he said if we cast dispel magic on the rod, that would give him a little bit of time. So we did that. He took the water cannon on himself, and it took 3 turns to finally have him succumb to it.
It was rough.
Yeah, the guardians appeared, but I had already prepped Word of Recall, so we're out of there. And we all ended up in Mordecai Mansion, which was good. It went off without a hitch. With the rod, yes. Fallon grabbed the rod.
We did take that.
We definitely took that. Flashback to when we
leave behind, really.
Right? Yeah. We go and do all this stuff and don't remember to take any of them.
Oh, you had.
we had a flashback to when we left Shatterforce. They headed into the yawning portal. The room was hushed compared to previous times we've been there. And this is the Shattered group going in. This is where it got a little tricky because we recognized one person, but the person we recognized wasn't somebody we recognized. The Iranese demon, Tifuzia?
Tilfuzia. Yep.
Tilfuzia, that was pretty close. So that Aranese was there, as well as Terramini Night's Edge, who apparently had another one of the rods that we're trying to get it.
Yeah, we'd been doing research, trying to do research on her.
And she asked for us to sit down and talk due to our history. And
She was
and we're kind of
popping.
like, huh? What history? What do you know that we haven't? She says she's gonna get revenge on us later for what we did. And it's
For
like,
something we haven't done yet.
yeah, Hep is putting 1 and 6 together and coming up with yeah, we beat her. And then she says she's interested in the Rod of 7 Parts, and if we hand over all the pieces to her, she might help us. That doesn't sound like a good deal. She does say that we're going to need her help because the next one is in a place called the Death House in a faraway land. And she leaves a piece of paper and taps on it. We look at it. It says 1390 Death House in the village of Barovia. So when our other characters were there, it was 1491. So about 100 years prior to
I mean, Strahd is
our
alive and
Strahd.
well.
Strahd is alive and well, but he's young. He's 100 years younger. Might be harder to get Cora to not choose that path. It's just young men. We go we go back to Mordenkainen to discuss next steps. Before we left, Durin tells us that our friends told us not to tell Shatterforce that the Aranese had been here before. So we're like, that's weird. Don't quite understand what happened there. Something in the future that we haven't found out about yet. We talked to Mordecai about going to Barovia to a haunted house called the Death House to see if they're out there now. We're thinking of going there to use locate object to see if it's still there. Cora and Exanthanter are planning on building Ixiom and Dosium a new mechanical body.
Yeah.
True Resurrection would also do it.
Yeah.
And then the last bit I had was back in the oh yeah, so we are currently in the mansion in 1363.
Yeah. So
And that's it.
the Strahd Slayers are back in 1363. Of course, the Shatterforce are in 1491 still.
Yep.
And yeah, that's where you are. And the conversation turns to whether or not it's feasible to wait rather than going in 1390 to Death House. What if you waited until the present and then went with the other group that Strahd wouldn't recognize? But that would
Also, he's
involve
dead right now.
the adventurer that you had heard about. Went there in 1390 and presumably passed in that year, turning over the piece when he died. So that would involve it kind of staying there undetected by Strahd for like 100 years. And Exanthanter at this point kind of like pipes up and says, I don't think this is I don't think that's likely. Strahd knows when things like this enter the realm. Heck, even I catch wind of some of these things sometimes if something big happens. I don't quite remember this time specifically, but there were occurrences
Yeah, you were
like
there,
this.
right?
Yes, I was. No, if he had recovered the piece, I would know about it. And I can't think of how he wouldn't recover the piece.
Unless they went
I
and
do know
got
at this
it back
time there
then.
were cults running around Barovia, worshipping him and being generally annoying. But
Well, that's gonna suck.
I don't know much about them. They rose and fell. You must understand that the powers that I worked with, they were interested in relics like this. They would have involved me if it had been there for a while, but I was quite involved in my books at this point, and luring adventurers into the Amber Temple so that they could be let's see, welcomed appropriately.
Do you remember any of the cults ever claiming that they could, like if their people went into battle, their leader would come out unharmed or wounds would heal? Because I believe that's the next piece we're looking for. It has the power to regenerate.
Wounds healing is not particularly uncommon thing for the adventurers that found their way to Ravenloft.
Well, healing is one thing, but regeneration is a bit more
yes,
complicated.
it is. No, if my awareness of that, I'm not aware of anything like that. I think if something like that happened, it must not have been for very long. I do feel that if the rod piece were to stay, that it might have a damaging effect on history.
Well, I assume that if it didn't stick around, that probably means that they'll get it.
The ones that those of you in the past, you mean?
Yes.
It's a logical assumption. I think we should proceed with that path. Mordenkainen nods his head. I agree. It's pure time energy, and it will dissolve you out of time. Exithander kind of looks at him. Sorry, what did I say?
Your time energy?
Time energy? Like the blue stuff? I don't see any. Why did you bring that up?
You brought it up.
Did Exanthanter or Mordekainen say that?
Mordenkainen.
So he said something and then said what?
Are
Interesting.
you okay?
Fine. Yes. Why are you looking at me like that?
No comment.
You just had a.
Does your
a bit of
family
a
have any
memory lapse.
pre-existing? Yeah. I was about to say your family must have pre-existing conditions as it concerns memory loss because
Well, I lost my memory of who I was for many years, I suppose, but there's a lot of that going around, he says, gesturing at Exithander.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I guess Celine can relate to that.
Have you been in contact with anyone outside of? Is it Cora or Acacius right now? Hold on, because I heard
You can be
Shabbat
either one. You're
can be
both
either one.
present.
Oh,
Put
we
the
are all
words in
there now.
either character's mouth,
I've been
Okay,
Ramsey so
okay,
far.
I thought-
and then change your
I'm sitting there
your
trying to
recording
follow this
settings.
myself.
because I heard Fallon and I heard Celine and then I heard Shabaka and I heard Ramses.
I was doing Celine. I didn't realize they were there. I thought that he was telling the Shatter Force that they wouldn't be able, that the others had to.
Right.
Go to Raven. So we know we're going to Ravenloft now.
I suppose you do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you? Yeah. How did Shadowforce tell them?
They probably made Mordekainen do it. We're
What?
not being the bearers of bad news.
Hep would do it. He doesn't quite get it.
Hep would
I mean,
do
we
it.
weren't there.
I mean, yeah,
we did
Celine
our own
probably
stuff.
would. Celine would probably also do it.
Right? He doesn't know how bad it was.
Celine has a
More
negative
like,
one
so we
charisma,
got
so I
some,
don't think
right?
she cares.
Yeah, his is
Yeah.
good there.
Patience has no interest in being the one to say it.
Yeah, Hep would be like,
Celine's
hey,
like, so we found out
oh, go
where.
ahead.
I was just gonna say we found out where the next piece of the rod is.
Yeah, and there's good news and there's bad news. The good news is you're pretty familiar with it. Bad news is you just came from it.
And probably don't want to go back.
How do you guys feel about this?
I think you should speak more clearly and stop beating around the bush.
Death
It's-
House in
yep.
Barovia?
Yeah, it's
Ring any
called the Death
bells?
House.
No, not really.
Barovia
Aren't you
surely
from
does,
there?
doesn't it, Sasha?
Yeah, actually,
Yes.
Sasha, you have heard of this. This is a place that
Like, aren't you from there?
pops up. It pops up
No,
in like local haunted house stories every, I don't know, 10, 20 years. There's always something weird going on there. It could be, yeah, you've heard stories of cult activity, you've heard hauntings, you've heard all sorts of things. It's in the village of Barovia, and it's basically cursed. It's recurring troubles of different kinds. Didn't seem to be acting up actually when everyone else was around and visited. So it's not something that the rest of you had heard anything about.
Yeah, so yeah.
during your
Comes
visit.
up in the stories you
Fallon,
tell
like, I don't know what the
children
fuck that is.
at night to give them nightmares.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you do know that it's in the village of Barovia, so that's your lead. Mordenkainen says believes he can get you there.
Thanks for the raid.
With the mansion.
Hey.
Hey, we got a
So
raid.
what are the
Thank you.
positives and negatives of the certain groups going? I mean, if we go back, we meet ourselves possibly. Is that a problem?
No, we won't be there. We're very far in the past before we.
Yeah, we're
get
100 years prior to where we were before, so
Yeah,
Even
you guys
Sasha
will
isn't
not
born
be
yet.
there.
Yeah. So I'll
And-
meet my dad before I'm born. Is that it?
Yeah.
It's feasible. He'd be alive in that place. The challenge
Yes.
comes in anyone you meet who would remember you. Could
Not
cause
many of them would be alive in the village of Barovia.
Yes,
The-
but
the
Sasha is
people
a
in-
very long-living race. Sasha, would you please just use the hat of disguise I gave you? I feel like that's an easy solution.
Fair.
Fine, I will.
and the
But-
people
I'm just
people
trying to
in- of
figure
the
out if
village,
there's other possible issues that could pop up.
But
Because
it's not
people of the
just
things
village
aren't
will
all infallible, you know.
yeah,
the
it's
people
not
of the
just
village will all
oh,
die.
okay.
Any dusk elves. When you visited, there weren't any of those in Barovia,
No,
but
they
you never know.
were over. They were over near.
Valaki.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Would
the
it
other-
be
the
visiting
other
back
place.
when there were female dusk elves?
Not at
No.
this point. No.
That was even longer ago.
Okay,
Yep.
that's another issue we
The
don't worry about then.
Rahadin himself would be alive, but probably hanging out in the castle. And the one that you really have to worry about is Strahd himself. He
That
wouldn't
other
recognize
guy's probably
you at this
alive
point.
too.
What's that?
The other guy was probably alive too. That bitch who betrayed us after we helped him get his sister back.
Casimir? Yep.
He would have been alive.
He would be.
But-
Yep.
The question is then, if this is an entire loop, and whether or not the prophecy aside, whatever, maybe he knew us from that.
That is definitely
well.
possible. I was thinking that too.
How likely is it? This might explain why he didn't know about Filbert.
Oh shit. True.
But knew about the rest of us.
You understand he was kind of an acquired taste.
That would be. I'd rather if you didn't besmirch him, even in death.
No, he has his
You never
he
met
had his
him.
way about things.
You never even met him.
I've heard plenty.
Well,
And need I
Exathanter.
remind you, he holds
The
up his
other-
coin. I do have a reminder of him that I carry with me, even though I never met him.
True.
I have a reminder to a man that I've never met.
Fallon, you also get a little tug from your sword, and it says, "Yeah, I think he'd remember me too."
And he didn't.
Yeah, he
Hmm.
definitely would. Shit.
Wait, which sword was that?
My sword, the sun sword.
The sun sword.
You
Yeah,
would-
yeah.
You remember the
definitely
sun
remember that.
sword?
It
Yeah,
hurts.
he'd be pretty confused to see that. Wait, you're just some person who just showed up here carrying that? That's weird.
It's a different sun sword. Don't worry about it.
Where we come from, they come a dime a dozen.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Everyone has one.
Yeah, it's a sunny place. It's always sunny in where we're from.
It's
Very convincing.
it's always never sunny in Barovia.
Never sunny in where.
It's always never sunny.
So then we
Ah.
must avoid him, of course, but
We must
That's-
be quick.
quite simple.
In, out.
Fallon is still talking to her sword, and she's just like, I think I might have to keep you kind of hidden this time, bud.
I've got spares.
It thinks that's a pretty good idea. Yeah, it
Yeah.
understands.
Oh, what about the swords that the axe and all that I got from Barovia? They're fairly unique.
I'm pretty
Can
sure
you use an
wasn't
axe?
wasn't your sword found actually in Strahd's castle?
The Yesser Hill axe,
Oh, the tree one.
and yes, and the Crusader short sword, both came from there, and both were relatively unique. I don't think there's very many Yesser Hill axes out there.
It's pretty unique. That's right.
And your short sword was found pretty much in his castle.
Yeah,
There's
that
that.
might,
To be fair, he
that
may
might
not.
lead to a schism. I
It's not quite
would
as
be
visually
wise.
distinct as the sun sword, though.
No.
No, but its impact on I would rather not evoke some kind of weird schism in time.
Paradox?
Yes.
I
Well,
actually
that
think
would be-
that our best hope is to get Mordenkainen's mansion as close to Death House as possible. And with your help, Sasha, maybe you can guide it. Because you should know where it is. We get into there and we get out of there before
Yeah, I think
Strahd comes and says hello.
I think our main goal right here is not run into Strahd.
Exactly. Don't worry about the things that people are going to see. Hopefully, none of these people will be alive by then. The thing that we need to worry about is us dallying and Strahd arriving.
Yeah, you've got a
Yeah.
pretty good idea where this place is. It's on the eastern side of town.
Probably this one
The map
here
of
being
Barovia
circled.
is crazy.
So yeah.
Oh, is
You
that
guys ready to head out? Or at
Yeah.
least ready to
Sorry.
move the mansion
I'm
through
just-
time?
I'm just
Might as
like
well,
the
we've-
memory. I'm just looking at this being like, oh wow, the memories. Is this the church?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Where we left Colin with the father.
Yeah. But
whatever,
Cole,
Dominic?
I don't even think the
Yep.
father's been born yet. So
So
This
again, do you-
isn't how Cora
no.
remembers it because Cora is angry. She will kick him is not at the bottom.
And then this was the
So,
Burgomaster's
do you
house?
think
master's house, yeah.
Yeah.
Where,
Where Ismark the Lesser and it took you to meet Irina?
all right, do you think it wise to leave behind
Sure.
the axe, like to leave it here in Mordekainen's mansion? That is, like I said, it does stand out.
and here's where
I mean, Fallon-
Sasha here's where Shabaka and Fallon ate mooncakes.
Not Fallon.
Fallon did not eat
Or not Fallon,
mooncake.
and
Filbert.
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 Yeah,
Filbert
Filbert.
and Chewbacca.
Yeah.
He's
Um,
good.
We're going
Those were children.
we're going back into the past though, so we're not going to run into ourselves, right?
No.
No.
No, we're
Yeah,
100
okay.
years before.
100 years before. So will it still look the same?
Yes. It doesn't change a lot over time.
Okay.
The people will be different, but
Oh yeah, because it'd be the
the land itself doesn't really develop quickly.
Because they're
so
still
it'd probably be
human.
Ismark the Greater.
No, probably.
Even
maybe
Ismark
not even
the-
him.
Yeah. He's Ismark. Ismark's dad, who'd
Yeah.
passed.
Is
the Burgomaster
Ismark the
was dead when
mediocre?
you guys survived.
I was
Yeah.
going to use mediocre.
I
He
was
was-
gonna
he
say
was
Ismark the
definitely not 100.
greatest.
So yeah, got somebody older than him.
Yeah, a long line of Ismarks.
Kevin.
Kevin, did you say or seven?
Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin the
Kevin.
mediocre.
Kevin is not bad.
So this would be like 100 years
Ismark
ago.
the lesser, Ismark
Yep.
the greater, and his
So
father.
roughly,
Yeah, exactly.
roughly about the time when, which would be funny if Sasha's mother was a toddler, like a 1 or 2 year old.
Sasha's mom was not in Barovia though. Rahadin.
No, she was a wanderer.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys move the mansion through time unless there's some reason not to.
Hold on. Do we
Okay.
all get a rest first? Because
Yes,
I
you can
think
have a
Oh
rest.
yes.
It takes
some
time
of
for
us
you.
Yay.
You can,
Is
you
are
can
reading-
rest
maybe out
while
of
it's going.
spells.
It takes
Long
time.
rest.
Selena's reading her tome of understanding, by the way.
Yep.
That's what she's been doing.
As
So-
one tome of understanding does.
Rest.
So we are doing we're not doing Shattered Crew today. Most likely.
At
Least any combat related stuff.
Likely not.
I don't see it happening. You never know.
Okay. No, I'll focus on leveling up Chewbacca.
Was that for a non-answer?
And Cassius in the background is just
Oh
like,
yes, we're all level 13 now,
yeah, we are.
Mhm.
and our other guys are level 11.
Mhm.
Cassius is
Yeah.
chronicling. He's gonna be the person that writes down the adventure and the heist and everything that happens to us.
Nice.
He's chronicling.
And so the other thing to do
Chronicles.
as you are preparing to
Chronicles.
leave this time zone is the anchor. Now you guys were returning the anchor when you ran into Terramini Night's Edge. In the present, and so the Strahd Slayers have to return the anchor on their side.
Oh, okay. So we go into the yawning portal to return it.
Right.
Is he okay?
Fallon will go. I don't know if everyone will, but
Him in the past. Yeah, he's fine.
This is before he got his butt kicked.
Yeah.
See, there you
So
go.
he did get his butt kicked once already, but that was like a decade ago.
He doesn't hold a grudge.
Yeah,
A decade ago.
We're causing money problems for this man.
I guess it's 5 years ago. So yeah, you return it. He promises to hold it for you. And
Thanks.
then yeah, you guys move the mansion and take your rest. And the mansion comes to rest in 1390. Yay!
Everybody remember they have 5 temporary hit points from
There was
aid.
much rejoicing.
Yay!
5 it is. The number is 5.
The number is
5
5.
is the 5.
Do not stop at 4 unless thou proceedest.
No, we're not doing this again.
Whoa!
It's happened too many times.
Out. But it's the best.
The number of the counting shall be.
No!
You're half responsible for this, you know.
It's your
for
fault.
objecting to it. Yep.
It usually is me.
Okay, so I guess what do you do as you settle in 1390?
Fucking find that death house.
There is the anchor again as well.
Sorry, I thought. Sorry, I
You
missed
just
something. I
dropped
was
it
reading
back
through the
off
spells.
before you moved in time.
Yes.
Well,
Do
Cora
we
in the
still need-
background is making sure that Wolfhum is completely in one piece.
He
Do we still need-
reconstructed and wagging his tail happily and
That's my boy.
panting.
I love him.
Okay.
Do we still need the anchor now that we have the thing?
Yeah,
Glowstone?
the anchor.
The lodestone.
I mean,
Yeah.
you don't know necessarily that you need the anchor, but the anchor's purpose is to allow you to stay in one place for a while. You don't know
Okay.
that some cause has, whether something has happened that required you to need it or not. But basically, the longer you stay in a time, the more pressure there is on the mansion to move forward.
Okay, so I guess we go and pick up the anchor first.
That would be normally
Yes.
the normal procedure. Yes.
Okay, then yeah, we'll do that, I guess.
Okay, when you step out into the yawning portal, there's Durnan looks at you and he's like, mm. And you can tell there's something bothering him.
Look around the room.
Yeah.
Who's here?
No one. I mean, just a regular crew of people. The door just appeared on his wall, so there's no one right here. And he kind of sighs and says, "I'll get it."
Oh.
And he stares at the bottle. Then he picks it up and he starts walking over to you and he puts it on the counter. And just as soon as, like, say maybe 2 turns after he does that, you catch a sound effect and somebody materializes by the bar.
Fallon's hand is on her sword hilt.
And yes, she turns to you and says, Wait, hear me out. It's Tilfusia.
Okay, this is the Aranis.
Yep.
Fallon growls warningly at her. I do really like the way that she goes, hear me out, guys.
I have a proposal for you. I've been trying to find you for a little while now. I'm sorry about your nose, she says, like looking at Durnan. Sometimes my anger gets the better of me.
Is
But
she being genuine?
I'll give you an insight roll in a minute.
Okay. You can keep going then.
But she says, I've been approached by somebody who says they want something of yours. But if I could be honest, I don't trust them very much.
Funny, because we don't exactly trust you.
Why not? You've freed me from Lult's forces. We helped each other.
Were you trapped?
I mean, I'm a vengeance demon.
Fallon leans over towards like Ramses and Cora and just kind of goes, was she in the prison that we freed?
Right?
She was
What
working
is your
with
proposal?
Chairman
Yeah,
Knight's
no.
Edge in the present,
Yes.
which is a long time in the future from where you are.
Is this her, like, can we tell if this is her from the present or her before, like, in, like, I guess after the time that we met her in the past?
She does not appear to be, like, either when you saw her originally, or now, or in the present, she appears to be about the same age.
Okay.
Okay. But
She
it's an
doesn't seem
Airney, so
good
that
age.
may be how they look.
Yeah, it's just a demon thing.
Yeah, demon thing.
But, like, when we saw her in the future, she had some kind of different stuff, right?
No.
No, I don't think so.
I thought you described she had something. Okay, well, nothing discernible then.
So, what is it you propose?
Well, I think I can help you. And I guess I want your assurance that you'll allow me to remain free, even help me with that.
How is it that you're going to help us?
The person who's approached me is a wizard of some renown, elf lady from Fae.
And
Harmony Knight's Edge
our other
is her
team
name.
would have told us that, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so we'd be like Terramini Knight's Edge, correct?
Yes. Yeah, I see you've at least crossed paths by rumor, at least. She's recruiting people who've, I don't know, who you've run in with. She's assumed I had some kind of grudge, but I don't really. But I might be useful. This might be something that's useful to you. I could help you from inside her organization.
And in return, you're just asking for us to try to keep you free as much as possible.
Well, when you say it like that, it doesn't seem like such an obligation. I expect actual service for this favor. It's not always easy being a former employee of Lulf. They let me go unwillingly. I've remained outside the organization. I told Terramini that this was because they were hunting me. It's not entirely untrue. But I also didn't really want to return to the organization, to the cult of Lulth, serving her. My thing is actually to get vengeance upon liars and treasoners, generally bad people. I don't really necessarily go in for Lulth's whole system. There will be times where this is difficult, and I expect you to help me.
We tend to do a lot of that anyway.
Yeah, well,
Yes, that is in our wheelhouse of things that we typically will do.
for the record, I
So-
don't plan on giving up the whole vengeance demon thing. You have to be cool with that.
As long as you're not taking it out on any of us, or on
Alan
poor
kinda-
Durin, or on Durin here again.
Fallon
I
raises her
apologize for that
hand.
once. I apologize again.
Fallon raises her hand and goes, I like vengeance. Personally. Kind of a fan.
She holds up her hand, like with the palm facing you, as if she's waiting for a high five.
Fallon looks really confused, but will do it. She's like, sure.
then she like when your hand comes up to hers, she slaps it, and then she holds your hand still for a moment, and as she pulls hers away, she like makes a V with her fingers, which apparently is for vengeance, and she gestures that you should do the same.
Fallon looks baffled.
She's like, okay,
She's like,
there was an idea.
I mean, she'll do it, but she's just like,
What am I doing?
She bumps her
Oh, sorry,
fist.
hold now.
You got it.
In some cultures, that's more of a magical guardian pose. A moon guardian.
Or it's just like a piece.
Yeah, there's only so many things you can do with.
Sailor Moon is what I was.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, how about in good faith, I'm willing to agree to this, but how about you give us a example of who she's? You said that she's she's recruiting people that may have a grudge against us. Name someone that she's recruited.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm. I will do that. I haven't joined her crew yet. I will, and I'll look out for information. How can I get a message to you?
I think
I
Durin
think
is
you can leave it with
probably the
Durin.
best guy.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for Dernan.
Me too.
Yeah, he kind of ended up as part of this, unfortunately for him.
It'll make for a great story one
All I
time.
had to deal with people's problems.
I guess that's
think-
technically what you're dealing with.
Yeah, that's still concurrent.
I will do that.
Can
I'll
we
get
roll
you a
insight
name.
on you now?
If
Are
you
you
give me a day.
Are you the kind of fiend that goes to contract?
She scoffs. No.
No.
I mean,
She's a demon, not a devil.
yeah.
Mm.
So-
Arachnidae tend to be devils.
Are they?
Yes.
I don't know.
Arenias do?
Yes.
Okay, hold on.
Well, Arachnidae are devils. That doesn't mean they have to do actual written contracts.
No, yep, you're right. Good. That actually works out better. Yeah, I'll totally do contract.
Okay, but
I
before
don't
we do,
think I can sign. I don't have a soul.
before we do though,
I don't think I have a signature.
we
That is
need to
absolutely
know,
perfect. You should be the one to sign then.
right? Yeah, exactly. But the first part of this, to prove that this is something, you need to be able to come back and tell us of someone she's recruited before we would agree to anything.
Yeah, she said she would do that.
No, I realize, but like, you can't create the contract now.
Yeah, I think he means we should do the contract when she proves herself.
Oh, yeah.
You do realize you're asking her to nestle her way into Tyranny, whatever, without any
Assurance.
follow-up
Yeah,
on
I
our
think
side.
I'm sorry, I
That's
what we're
do
asking of her.
agree,
Shebeka
but I
whispers to Cora,
also
is like,
have,
yeah, we already know she does, right?
but I also have a devil asking me to potentially protect her from the people of Loth for no reason whatsoever. If she's wrong.
I'll get by with a letter of intent or a memorandum of understanding.
Real quick, in her defense,
Don't get me started. Oh no.
Shebeka
she's
goes,
technically in her defense, she
What's that?
technically has never lied to us, but we definitely lied to her.
I don't think we did.
This is
actually.
true. You guys really
Yeah, we
pulled
did.
one on her.
Oh, I
We
mean
did.
the first thing, yeah, we pretended to be
Yeah, which
someone
is
we
something
weren't.
That's my
that she goes
point.
after. Yeah, you can say you don't have a grudge, but you got completely bamboozled by us, so yeah.
By who?
I mean, do we need a written thing, or is like a handshake deal good?
I think she just said written thing, but not binding.
Written, yep.
Speaking out the terms, then, essentially, we would be benefiting from this. By reason of you infiltrating a certain person's group, telling us what the goings on of that person, so eventually we can get our goal without too much bloodshed. And with some foreknowledge of what the plans might be. However, it must be done subtly, without any way of tipping your hand or you getting caught. So there's that.
Oh, I can take as long as I need to do this carefully.
Oh, I know you can. Time is on your side, actually. Not ours.
I mean, technically it is.
Not really.
Well, is it? 100 years to her is a day for us.
Yeah.
And the other question I have is there creatures currently after you that you feel the need to seek out this arrangement?
I ran into a pair not a week ago. Probably that's what's got it on my mind now. They're not after me currently.
So when would you need us to intercede for you?
I'll let you know.
We might be hard to get a hold of for the next bit of time.
Century?
I can wait centuries. I'll get you a message at some point.
Yeah, I mean, just leave it with Durin. We'll see him again.
That's what I'll do.
But if there's some issue that plagues her when we're not available, and a decade goes by.
Well, so how does...
I know
okay, sorry,
you're...
so I've got to ask a meta
some
bit
of
here
what's
for a second.
going on here. I know you're not always around.
Yes.
If I identify someone that needs to be eliminated, I'm sure it can wait.
All right. I got to ask a outside of gameplay bit here for a second, just because. So we're traveling through time. Get that part. So the people that are in our Shadow Force team is this basically it's only part of a day for them?
Yeah, so like you guys just took a long rest, so that's most of a day. There's about a day going by for every time zone you guys
Stop
visit.
in.
Because I was just
Um,
like, if our team went into the yawning portal and back out, and if you went back in an hour later, would it be a different year? Because the yawning portal's not changing time, but it is inside the mansion.
So inside the mansion, there's like the mansion is split. There's one half that's going
through time.
normal speed.
Oh,
Lives in the present and is moving at normal speed.
Got it.
You come in like
But-
those characters are coming back into the yawning portal about once a day to get the anchor,
yeah.
and return it.
But we don't.
So
We're
Oh.
jumping every time we go. Like, we're not jumping unless we say we're jumping. So it's still
Yeah.
time where we are is passing it. Like, if we wait a day and then go into the yawning portal, it's still been a day from that time period the last time we went in.
Yeah.
But if
Yeah.
we
Right,
jump,
but I
then
guess-
it's however far we jumped. So we could only jump
I guess-
like 10 years and check in just to make sure.
well,
Could
the
check
other
in more often. Yep.
Yeah.
the other thing would be that our Shatterforce characters could go to the yawning portal and say, "Hey, any messages for
happened?
us?"
What happened? Any messages?
No, we
from
just need
100
to know
years
if there's any
ago?
messages, right? But they would be there because it would have happened within that 100 years. And then
Yeah.
we could tell the other characters, "Oh, hey, 10 years
We
from
could-
the last time you guys were."
We could give him a log right now that he could write stuff down in, and then we could just check that log and see what's in it. When we
Yeah,
get the Shouted Force to check what's in it.
exactly.
I mean, that's a bit
Now,
weird, though.
one
Oh,
thing that
mhm.
Durnan said to Shatterforce was that these characters that are talking to her right now told him not to tell the other characters that this meeting had happened.
Why would we do that?
To preserve the time, so we don't try to undo things that we did.
I
Now,
actually have a better
the
reason
only
for that.
time. What's that?
The better reason is that some of them can't keep a secret for their lives.
This is true.
Now, the only encounter that would actually protect people from was the one that happened last week.
Yeah. Okay. So should we? But would that work, Jess, if we gave him a journal and then, because it would have everything that we had done, that we do over the years. So, but you'd have to
It's
then
not
know that for that to work.
The only, I would say the only issue with that is you're leaving a record there with him, a continuous record that if somebody else got a hold of would
That's true. That's
spill
true.
all that information,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I think that's probably not the
Unless
best
we
idea.
encoded it with a secret code, but
It could just be
we don't.
leave the name with Durnan, and then
actually
we
a
have to go
name
from there.
and a date and a place, right?
Did I
Like
leave
her
a
name,
coded message with him?
a date and a
course.
place. Then we could go to that time and meet with that person, time and place.
I'm baffled. Are we overcomplicating this? Because it does sound like
It
Yes,
does sound like we're overcomplicating it, to be honest with you.
we are.
Yeah,
because it sounds like that this individual, she gestures towards the Renee,
Yes.
who's said they could do it in a day, right?
well, the other option
Mhm.
is we could just jump to shorter time periods and just check in here and see if there's any messages for us.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, hey, so
Or
why
are
don't
we
we
limited
start
in
with
time
letting?
jumps?
No, you're limited in overall time.
But we don't.
Hey,
So if we jumped like 10
I
times
have-
in a day, that's fine, right?
Probably take a little longer than jumping 1 10-year span, but it's feasible.
Like, how long does it take
I-
to do a jump?
An hour.
Okay, it's not too bad then.
Sorry, Fallon's trying to say something.
Sorry,
I
go
have a
ahead.
suggestion. Why don't we let her go and find out a name for us, like we said? We go deal with the fucking piece of the bullshit we've got to go deal with, and then when tomorrow we come back here afterwards, and we find out if she actually can get the name for us, and then we figure that shit out.
Oh, like give her a
100%.
day of real time day?
Basically, go do the mission
Yeah.
and come back.
I mean, we have
let's
to
do
go
that.
do the other thing anyway, so it's like we
let's
might as
do
well
that.
just go, and then we can figure it out after.
Yeah, then we can decide.
Once we have like guaranteed, we know what.
Yeah,
what's
because we're
up.
here this time anyway, so we might as well.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, that sounds like a good idea.
Thank you, Fallon, for cutting through the bullshit.
That is her way.
Bullshit and she cuts through many things, actually.
She is very good at cutting.
She does like cutting
She's
things.
very good with the cutting.
Like cutting.
She does like cutting things. This is true.
Okay,
And biting.
Then you recover the anchor, put it in its place, and Mordenkainen moves the mansion outside the door. As the door settles, there's darkness around it. You can hear voices, shouts from medium far distance, short shouts. As the door opens, a mist spills in. You're definitely in a village. And yes, you recognize the village of Barovia. The square. Right there in the middle of town.
Fallon.
Sasha, change your appearance now.
He will.
Fallon
Now
looks
looks-
at Ramsey. Fallon looks
He
at
looks
Ramsey.
like Luigi from Mario Brothers now.
Jesus fucking Christ.
No. Okay. Fallon, sorry.
I'll give you
Fallon
an
looks at
extra 1
Ramses.
foot on your jump distance. Okay, here we go.
Fallon looks at Ramses. Got it.
Yeah, and she goes, is it weird that I feel kind of nostalgic about this place?
Yeah, that's weird.
Not really.
Fair. Fair enough.
It would make
Just
two of
north
us.
of where you are is a building that you remember called Blood of the Vine.
I do not remember that.
I do remember that.
Yeah, we do.
I
It's
don't.
ours.
It's the tavern.
Isn't that
right?
ours?
No, that's not the one that's yours.
No!
This is a
No, that was in Valaki.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Blood of the Vine was a different place.
Was it the shop?
But you
we
went
to
there.
right at the
You went
beginning?
there as one of the first things. That's where you met Ismark, and also where
Right.
you met
Oh!
the
It's the
trackers.
bar.
I think the first time.
The trackers. Yeah.
Oh, wow! I don't remember that at all.
Mhm.
Just south of you is a mercantile shop. You can tell that's what it is, but there's no sign. Last time you were here, it was called Bildrath's Mercantile. There's no markings like that on it right now. Just down the road is Mad Mary's house, or what will become Mad Mary's house, but it just looks like a normal house for now. Around the town, you see projected, it's nighttime, you can see torchlights moving around on the houses, and there are people calling out, yelling, "Nothing over here! Nothing! Keep looking!" And at the same time, in the distance to the east, you can hear tears. A young boy and a young girl crying.
Well, let's go
That's
towards the little girl and crying sounds. Damn.
Sure, why
Yeah.
not? I'll have to
Yeah.
be nice.
You think
Okay,
Fallon's
so-
instinct would be to go the opposite direction? You're wrong.
Right. So Ramsey's gonna just
Alan
say,
still
wait,
has one single Blinsky wolf left, guys.
one second. The whole thing with being here is we have to be to the death house and back before Strahd. And as much as I want to go save these two,
Alan is already walking towards the crying children, by the way.
The crying children and the death house are in the same direction.
Okay. In that case, we'll head that way.
Yeah, Fallon's already walking towards the crying children.
Ramsey's gonna
hasn't
have
even
his
opened his
traveler's.
mouth.
Yeah,
Oh,
Ramsey's gonna have
what
his
do we know?
traveler's cloak on and over him, so it's just like a
What do we know
not
about
as
the death house?
stand out.
It's fucking absolutely nothing.
Sasha mentioned some things, no?
Yeah, what is
It's a cursed house. Bad things go on. Cultists. Happens periodically. Same old death house.
so could this be part of the death house?
We'll find out when we meet up with these
Thing?
kids.
The death house experience.
Death house experience in
Is there
BVX.
is there any precautions moving down the streets other than covering Ramsey's covering himself?
Well, the major thing is Cora is not wearing her normal Cora outfit before they showed up here, so that it's not like the clothes. And
She's wearing corduroy.
yeah, Ramses has his
Alright.
cloak up. Cora takes the same cue.
Yeah.
You know,
Fallon does not.
probably some use of the disguise kit to massage on some of like her face tattoos.
Behind you, you hear a voice calls, "Over here! Found someone!" And you can see some torches moving towards you from down streets. There are villagers behind you. They're murmuring and following you at a distance. More
Fallon
villagers
slips in.
emerge from houses on all sides, and soon you're surrounded by a small mob. A farmer carrying a pitchfork points at you.
G'day.
Interlopers!
As soon as
Interlopers.
Fallon noticed like people starting to gather, she's gonna try and slip into the shadows.
Okay.
Huh.
Roll your eye.
Now they.
31.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
She's
You were never
sneaky.
Even the
there.
party can't see you. Yep. Leave! Leave this land, they say, and they shake their pitchforks at you.
Yes, we would
But
love
why?
to. I think we all know it's not so easy.
You weren't here a minute ago.
Yes, we're just passing through. We will not be here long. We're heading straight east out of town. Who are you looking for? We hear some small children crying ahead.
Yeah. We were told there would be troublemakers arriving. So people like you will make
Troublemakers?
children cry.
I have not made a
Children
child
were
cry
already
ever in
crying.
my life.
Oh, yeah. Likely story.
Have you? I bet you have.
Of
You
course
look
we
like
have.
the sort to make a child cry.
Sasha, aren't you our person to talk people out of this?
Yeah, I know. I'm just getting him to see the folly in his way to think perhaps everybody here has had an occasion to unfortunately disappoint a child, like, for instance, not giving them candy or something like that.
This and that are very much different.
That's just Rose and Thorn. They're upset because their parents are kicked them out of the house.
Out of the
What?
house.
Oh, that poor children.
In
That's
Barovia?
terrible.
Jesus.
Oh.
Why would their parents have kicked them out of the house? How old are they? They need protection.
You say the kids' names were Rose and Thorn?
Roosevelta
Very-
and Thornbolt.
That's some fucking fairy tale bullshit.
Yeah.
But
I have a character whose horses are named Rose and Thorn.
Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. I love that play.
They're about 10 and 7.
10 and
God.
7. The poor children.
I'll be fine.
You
And
say
you're worried
that?
about us?
Enough about them. On to the east. You say you're leaving? Let's go. And they start marching down the east road towards
You
the
go
end.
ahead and watch. We have other things to do. We're not leaving immediately.
Oh, we can.
Yes,
We
you
can
are.
walk right out
We're
of
leaving
town
now.
and then go in the back of the place.
Oh,
We're good.
dear.
Let's go.
What are you covering
Let's
up?
just go.
Sasha, let's not. Or
Fine. But they don't sound like they're being
Is
nice
it-
to the children.
Is it possible for Fallon to continue heading towards where the kids are crying without losing sight of the party?
On a
Or, like-
31, yeah.
Oh, we just wrecked the
Yeah.
crap out of everybody else.
Plus, we're the ones surrounded by the big pile of torches.
No, I
so-
meant more in terms of like distance wise. Can
Can-
I still kind of pay attention to what's going on? Like make sure that the mob's not attacking.
I
Well,
think you've
still
probably
going forward.
stepped into the mob and they just don't realize you're there.
Can I try to spot Fallon?
You can.
Yeah, all of a sudden
until-
you're just like, the fuck, where did Fallon fucking go?
Until the group passes, like, there's see the street to the north that the death house is on,
Yep.
Mhm.
right? Until the group passes that, it's going to be pretty easy to stay with them, see them, stuff like that. After that, though, no.
Okay, Fallon's
After
gonna
that,
reach
you're
this
going to
corner.
either have to go north towards the kids or continue with the group.
Okay, so Fallon is gonna get to this corner and she's gonna see. Can she
Go
see
north.
anything up the street? It's night.
Yeah,
I
you
guess,
can see
so
two
probably
kids,
not,
a
but-
boy and the girl, stand in the middle of the dirt road outside a grim house. The boy is weeping and clutches a stuffed doll. The girl is trying to quiet the boy. She turns to you. There's a monster in our house, she says. Mom and Dad told us to play outside. Please won't you make it safe?
Damn, she
Where's
can
their
see me
house?
from 31. Crazy.
Is it the death house that they're talking about?
It sure is.
Can I?
Why,
do a-
sure.
Can I do an insight check on this kid? Something.
Yep.
I don't know. It's creeping me out. First of all, this kid could see me out of a 31 stealth check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually kind of assumed that you were approaching the kids. And if that's not the case, then I can take that back.
No, Fallon is.
Yeah.
This is a 25 insight check.
Yeah, this is genuine.
Fallon looks at them and goes, "You live here?"
Yes, it's a nice house, but Mommy and Daddy are busy sometimes when they play with their friends.
Play with their friends.
We're not there.
Oh, you're approaching them. Sorry, not there.
Does Sasha, from any of the stories Sasha's told us, has anyone ever lived in the death house?
Oh yeah, yep.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Also, I want to look. No, wait, it's in the past. Blinsky wouldn't exist yet.
Nope.
I was gonna give this
This
kid a
time, though,
Blinsky, but I'm
They're
like,
screaming.
So can we still see Fallon, by the way?
No, we
Uh,
can't.
no.
She was 31. Gone.
No, I mean I might be able to beat that.
At this point, no. You guys have had to move
I'm
beyond
around the corner.
the
Yes.
street.
We're also
Alan's
surrounded by villagers.
Because I didn't want to lose sight of Fallon.
Yeah.
But
We're in the middle of like talking to villagers and irritating them and making sure they pay attention to us and not her.
Fallon
Fallon
knew
is
she
gonna
was
look
going to
at
be
the
losing
kids.
sight with you, and she went north up to the kids. So
Yeah.
Fallon is gonna look at the kids and go, "My friends and I can go and check for you on your parents."
Will you kill the monsters?
That's kind of what I do.
That seems to brighten them up.
All right, you just got to give me a second because my friends are being accosted in the street right now.
Sasha pulls out a bottle of rum. Does anyone want some? This will calm your nerves.
It's a murmur.
Uncorks it, pours himself a shot from it, and tosses it back. What do you think, guys? See, I'm not so bad.
Well,
We're friends here.
I guess if you
We'll stand right on the
promise
edge.
to keep going, then
Stand right
Eventually.
here.
and you handed
We're in
over
your
the
town.
bottle, then well, we wouldn't really have need to take you any further, would we?
That sounds like an amicable thing. Yes.
Everyone, they all kind of look at each other and they're like, "Yeah,
It
that sounds good.
sure
Okay,
is.
hand over that bottle there, then, and we'll just assume you're gonna walk the rest of the way on your own."
Okay. And he sniffs his shot glass. He smacks his lips and goes, "This sure is tasty." Toss it and hands the nearest guy the bottle.
He like raises it above his head in one hand, like in triumph, and the rest of the crew follow him down the road towards the blood of the vine.
Nice.
I will erase my bottle of rum.
Then you get a whole bunch of you overhear a whole bunch of comments like, "Wow, this is the first time we've had something different in like 10 years."
Something that isn't fucking Wizard of Wine.
Yeah, exactly. Mind you, they
Hey.
still have the good stuff in this timeline.
That's
At
true.
this
Yeah.
point in history.
I say we just go this way.
Ooh, we
And
should
then
get some
in here.
wine.
Yep.
I should have asked for a
Oh,
trade on a bottle of wine.
Yeah, trade.
Oh well.
They were not in the mood to trade.
No, they were takers. I could see it.
Yep. Yep. Okay, so any more conversation with the kids before the rest of the group
Yeah,
shows up?
Fallon is gonna ask them what the monsters look like.
I don't know. I just heard people screaming and wailing from the house. Thorn is
And your
really scared.
parents-
This is Rose talking, by the way.
Yeah, your parents. They have you guys. You mentioned they had friends.
Yeah,
What can you tell me about them?
they get together with the friends in the robes sometimes.
Oh, that's a really creepy child.
Sorry?
Picture in Discord.
Jesse sent a picture and they're
Oh.
very
One second.
creepy children.
Honestly, they're not as
But
creepy
they-
as they could be, considering
No,
Curse of
considering
Strahd
it's
art in general.
Curse of
Yeah.
Strahd.
Barovia. Oh, those are
I do
creepy
like
kids.
they look cute. It's a very cute
Oh.
coat on a very small child.
I don't know
Yes.
that.
It looks like
That-
an adult person's vest. Adult man's
I s-
vest on the child.
Was it Strahd wearing that?
Messing with us.
Eee. Uncomfortable silence.
I
Fallon's gonna
don't like
lean.
the red cape.
No, me neither.
Hmm.
Oh, that bothers me on many levels.
Strahd has a black cape.
Fallon leans towards the kids and goes, "You want to see something really cool?"
They nod
Jeez.
energetically.
Oh no.
This stays between us, okay? You
They
can't
nod
tell
again.
anyone. She pulls out the hilt of her sword
Mhm.
and she goes, "See this?
Their
This is
eyes
what
wide
I'm-
with anticipation.
This is what I'm going to use to kill the monster." And she'll activate the blade. Not for long.
Wow. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, jeez. You should have just told him it was an invisible blade. It would have been just as good.
I doubt it would have been just as good.
No, it wouldn't have been just as good.
Secret.
But they're very impressed, and they look excited and happy that somebody's gonna come and sort all this out.
Hell yeah. I need you all to remember that Fallon has a -1 intelligence and a fondness for
Oh, yeah.
children. So this
Sure.
is 100% on brand. Yeah, okay. And then she'll just kind of like ask them questions.
They don't have many other answers. They don't know much more about the situation than I've described.
Well, maybe she'll ask some questions about like the layout of the house, but like nothing. She's not trying to get any information necessarily. She's just trying to kind of occupy them until the others get there.
Mm-hmm.
They can go in.
Well, it's see.
Yes.
We don't need to do a whole thing. It's just
Or you
I
can just
got-
show us the map and where all the bad guys are. You know.
You
Yeah.
can do this pretty easily.
They can afford a 4-story house? Oh my
It
gosh.
is tall.
Back in
well,
this
it
area,
is
aren't we?
deeply cursed and haunted. Also, look at their clothes. It's really nice clothes.
First floor, second floor, third floor. The top one
They live in a
looks
sub basement.
small and narrow, like maybe it's an attic.
They live in a sub basement.
Let's see. What do we got as far as the door is on the front left. You can't really see it behind like to the left of the guy in the hat in the picture.
Oh, weren't we gonna cast
Okay.
locate object?
No, that was the other group, but we already know that we know it's here.
Oh, we do.
Well,
Okay.
we hope it's here.
We're not in the past. We're in the we're not in the present. We're in the past.
Yeah, but we don't know that it's in this place. But we can check. I do have it.
Yeah, let's do
I
that.
knew we were gonna need it.
And what does that give you? Like if you're
Okay,
not
1 sec.
can't
I will
see
tell
the
you.
object? Yep.
Yeah, it's not about seeing. Locate object was a third.
1,000 feet.
Oh, second. Yeah. So describe her name and objects familiar to you. You sense the direction of the object's location. If it's within 1,000 feet of you, if the object is in motion, you'll know the direction of the movement. It can be can locate a specific object known to you as if you've seen it up close within 30 feet at least once. Alternately, the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind, such as a certain kind of apparel, jewelry, furniture, tool, weapon, or rod of 7 parts. This spell cannot locate an object if any thickness of lead blocks its path. Superman vision.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
That house says lead paint.
No, it doesn't.
Kidding me.
Asbestos ceilings.
They haven't even invented lead yet.
That's how come they died.
Yeah, you get the impression that it's here and it's below ground level.
Okay.
Great.
I'm shocked that we can tell that because like look at that fucking house. There's no way that house isn't absolutely filled with lead paint.
And asbestos?
Yeah.
Oh, there's so much of fucking asbestos in that
That's why it's
goddamn
called
house. You
Death
can
House.
just tell.
Yeah.
That's why it's called Death House.
yeah. More like Death
There's
Trap
paint-
House. Yeah.
There's paint in the lead. There's asbestos in there's lead in the
Terrible place.
pipes.
It's
They
what
have
really
uranium.
drove
There's
them all
asbestos in the
insane.
walls, and there's
Wow.
Or uranium
Oh, there's-
dishware.
I was gonna say
and everybody
they
has
use
those
leaded
watches that they
crystal
used
to
to
drink
paint.
out of.
They used to paint radium onto watches so they'd glow.
Right?
What about the uranium dishware? Come on, get it bright green.
Come on. Super great.
All right, so we show up. Fallon's talking to 2 little kids.
Yep.
We didn't see Fallon disappear, but we know she's there now, and we're like, well, okay.
Because
That makes sense, is what you
the
say.
kids seem to be talking to the air. No.
No, she's not hiding
So-
anymore.
We'll go over and it'll be like, what's going on?
They live
The
here.
kids seem calmer. You said something.
They live here. Their parents are inside, and I told them we would go and kill the monsters for them.
Just out of curiosity, kids, is there a cellar door or anything that would take us to the basement? We should probably start there.
Indeed.
Well, let me double check that. Nope.
No.
No cellar doors.
Oh, that's okay. If we were to go in the front or back door, would be the fastest to get downstairs.
There's just a front door. There's just
There's
one
just a
entrance.
front
Well,
door
okay, well
and a
that's a
ton of
fire
windows.
safety hazard.
Right?
That's really
Don't
Yeah, a
worry,
lot
the asbestos is going to keep it from burning.
of course. Did the kids tell Fallon where they last saw their parents in the house?
At the door when the parents ushered them outside.
Oh, okay. I mean, I think we just go in the front.
So do we have a map of this place yet?
No,
I can bring one up.
we will.
My hero. Oh, home sweet home.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
This looks like a lot of the buildings in DC.
Gotta zoom out, zoom back in.
That's a really nice house.
Just look at this
Haunted and
fucking
cursed as fuck.
stairs.
But very beautiful.
Ah,
Love the brickwork.
Delightful.
Okay. D1A.
Hey, here's the door.
What
A
the
hinged
hell?
wrought iron gate fills the archway leading to a stone portico. Oil lamps hang from the portico ceiling by chains, flanked by an oaken double door. The double door opens to an empty antechamber. On the south wall is a shield. I might have jumped ahead a little bit there. Yep.
Getting
Okay.
carried away.
On the bottom, you can see the front of the house.
Did the kids say where the stairs are in relation to the front door?
They're in the main hall. Just go straight
Okay.
in. You won't miss it.
Okay.
Oh, wow,
There
Fallon's
we go.
already upstairs.
let's go in.
Go, Fallon!
Yes. And what are they? How are the kids reacting as we approach the door? Or are,
They want
are
us
they
to
They're
go
they're
in
not
and
really.
kill
They're
the
not
monster.
approaching with us. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, they're not really reacting. They're apprehensive. They're like stressed. They want this dealt with. Yep. You want to go in?
Yeah,
Yes.
Fallon's going in.
Cool. So down in the bottom of the map, there's a bit with the main door. A double door leads into an empty antechamber. On the south wall is a shield emblazoned with a stylized golden windmill on a red field. A closed double door stands a few feet beyond. So
Is the gate locked?
nope.
Apparently not.
Fallon opens it. Fucking walks in.
Okay.
She is monster hunting.
Yeah, this is her jam. This is what she does.
I'm kidnapping your tokens because we're going down.
down, down, down in a burning ring of fire?
Okay.
Boom.
Main hall and cloakroom. This hall runs the width of the house with a black marble fireplace at one end and a sweeping red marble staircase at the other. The door to a cloakroom on the east wall is slightly ajar. The black cloaks inside are damp.
Is that this one?
Yeah, this one here actually.
Oh.
And that stairwell's going up? Sorry.
It is, that's right. There are some faint footprints on the ground that lead to the cloakroom. Somebody must have come in and hung up these cloaks as the visitors, one presumes. And then...
Do we
actually,
still hear
before-
yelling or screaming?
Were any shrieking?
You don't hear any right now, but I need to roll a die.
Because you might soon.
Lovely.
And it might be you.
Ooh.
Hmm. Oh, okay, fine. Thank you, random table. And suddenly you're jumped by 4 vampire spawn.
Oh. Okay.
I couldn't think of like an easy transition
Sure.
into that on this particular moment. So yeah, boom.
Did they jump out of the cloakroom?
Yeah, I guess.
I
1
was
second.
like here, and all of a sudden there's fucking 4 vampires spawn.
I had
Like,
Morgan
alright.
Kinan's magical watchdog cast. Just kidding.
Okay.
This is
They
like fucking. I'm
rush
sorry.
out
4
from
vampires
nearby
spawn.
rooms.
Oh, okay. They didn't all come out of the cloakroom. I was like, that is
No.
some fucking clown car bullshit.
This one actually leaps down from above.
Vampire clowns.
And we're in initiative.
Holy smokes, that was quick. That escalated quickly.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Yeah.
Hey,
No, I think
Bunch of bums.
nice.
Oh, that's not terrible, Fallon. Good
23.
job, girly. That's not the worst.
Is initiative open?
Yep.
Cool. Bow. Haha. 11.
Oh. Let's see. Go ahead and see if I can get all this to work first try.
Oh yeah, 25.
Oh, look at me into double digits today.
Oh my
13.
gosh, this never happens.
I'm really
You
excited
beat
about that.
Taurus.
I don't have to go last this time. Oh, look at me, like middle initiative.
Gosh,
Dang.
this up. Yeah, these 4 vampire spawn leap out of these, one out of each nearby door. They're making some wailing sounds. Maybe this is what the kids were talking about. Maybe you're going to be done in just a matter of seconds.
Excellent. That was easy.
Whaling sound? So is
Know
it like
about
a blue whale, an orca? What kind of whale?
Hey, yeah. Do something. Do something impressive. Take down all 4.
Go for it.
In the name of
No.
my God, I turn thee. Piss off, y'all. How's that? That work? He turns them, or he tries to.
Awesome. What's the save?
Now I'm trying to figure that out. We'll just go with the spell save DC, right? 17.
17. And it's wisdom?
Looking.
Yes.
Yep. There it is.
First one succeeds with a 22. Favorite 14. 12. 6. There you go. First one made it, the rest of them all failed.
Back in your rooms.
Well, concentrate on the first one.
Which one is the first one? The A?
Okay.
Hey, that's right, yep.
Hey.
Hey. The buns.
Hey!
Okay, so,
You've been watching-
Sasha, you good where you're standing?
Sure, why not? Yes. He is good where he's standing.
Then Shabaka's up.
Hmm. Probably not a good place for a T-Rex.
No,
No.
it's not a good place.
I guess I will.
The ceiling is 10 foot high here.
Yeah, definitely not T-Rex height.
You just give the T-Rex a fucking neck.
He could be a velociraptor.
pain.
Probably don't want spike growth in here either, do we? I think I will just I'm going before them, so maybe I'll just use my bugbear ability and do an attack. So it's to hit ones I have to use, right?
Yep.
Thorn whip or poison spray. Don't think they're probably going to be very affected by poison. So where's Fallon? Right ahead of me. Do you want another one near you, or do you want me to?
Hell yeah! Grab
Okay.
Vampire Spawn A and bring his ass over here.
I will thorn whip this guy.
Cool.
Whip. And I hit on a 17 hit. 17 hit him. Did that come through?
All right, muted. Yep, 16s are what they have.
Okay, so that'll hit him for 3d6 plus an extra 2d6. Did it roll? So 10 plus, so 17 damage.
And it moves to this
And
square.
pull him 10 feet closer to me.
Noted.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, Fallon, you're up.
Yeah, now that it's Fallon's turn, she's got her sword out, and as soon as, just for flavor, Shabaka yanks him forward onto her sword.
Awesome.
She's gonna attack. First of all, bonus action, Hunter's Mark. Of course.
Yeah, vamp on the stick.
Would you not?
Boop, and then I'm gonna attack him with my sword. Wow. Well, that misses because it was a 14.
That's a bad roll.
Second attack. Oh, that hits. It's a 29.
That's better.
All right. Okay, so 9 radiant damage, 1 extra because it's an undead target. So that's 10 plus 5 because he's taking damage. So that's 15 plus 9, 24 plus another 4. That's 28. And then that's my turn because I used my bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark. But he's taking 28 damage.
28. That's
Yep.
a good chunk.
I'm just really excited to be using the Sun Sword against an undead creature. Because it gives me an extra damage die.
It goes next, and it's half impaled on the sun sword, but it's taking claw attacks at you anyway. It's going to
Fair.
claw you twice with its hands. 15 is going to miss, I presume.
Mm-hmm.
9 is definitely going to miss.
Yep.
Yep, and that's it. Ramses.
So how much damage has this one taken already? How's it looking?
45, just bloodied.
Just okay. So we're going to require some damage. All right.
We must
So
have damage.
We must do damage. Okay, so let's do some damage. Out come the Spirit Guardians. Where is it overlay? Circle. Spirit Guardians. Let's see. I will go up here. Oops, sorry. I'll lock this on me. And no, didn't work. All right, doesn't matter. We'll go. If I go up to the fireplace spot, if I go up to the next spot, I can get them. Get them all. Go up next to this guy who's not scared of nothing. Spirit Guardians will come whizzing out. They need to do DC 18 wisdom checks.
Okay. From that spot, my math says that the one of them is outside.
That's fine. He's
The
turned.
center of his
He is
circle.
turned. That's
yes,
fine.
he is. Okay,
So
so
3 of them.
roll some damage. And what was the save, sorry?
DC 18.
And it's wisdom?
Wisdom.
Or, yep. Fail. Fail. Fail.
35, 35, 35.
Oh, sorry, did that slip out?
It just kind of slip out there.
Maybe a little.
A bit, a bit.
Vampire spawn B. Now he just took damage. Is he still turned?
No. No, none of these guys are turned. Only the one that didn't get hit.
Okay. And he's going to turn his claws on you.
Beach.
7.
Just a humble cleric. 17 does not.
23. That's better.
That one does.
And instead, actually no, he's going to take the opportunity to do 11 damage. He's going to grapple you and try to bite. He'll probably miss if he does that, so he's going to take the damage where he can. 11 points.
Okay. Not much. Next to the 5. Woohoo, yay!
And then no, he's gonna. That's fine. Cora.
Alrighty, so I went to the bathroom, so I missed Sasha and Shabaka's turns. Are any other spells being cast from Shabaka or Sasha that I need to know about?
Did a thorn whip and brought that guy over.
Okay, Sasha?
He
So you
turned
want
the
one?
ones with the
Turned
black.
undead.
Yeah.
Turned
Actually,
okay.
so I should unturn one of them.
Let's see.
Yeah,
But the
the
one with
vampire
the black
spawn
circle
D
around him is still turned.
Turned. Okay. So
D
I'm
is turned. C is not. Yeah.
Which one did Fallon attack?
A.
Hey.
Okay, so Wolfham, I'm gonna go ahead and give him a bonus action to attack. I have to update the thing. It's actually a +9, but I'll roll it here and then update it afterwards. It'd be a 15 to hit.
16s are what you're looking for.
Okay, so Wolfham misses. Poor little guy. Then Cora is going to aim Eldritch Blast. I am gonna shuffle in a little bit. Boop. And where she can kind of see C, that's who she's going for.
You're gonna have to be a lot closer because there's a wall that goes up halfway through Shabaka's Fake.
Yeah, underneath Chewbacca and Vampire Spawn. The only one you'd be able to see is
Oh,
B,
A, I
maybe.
guess.
You could get A from there. The covered beehive, but you
I have
have
no
something
cover.
that fights cover.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you can do it
Cora
from
can
there.
see a sliver. She can hit him.
Nobody else could stand in that square and roll as
yes.
well, but you can.
She can eyeball it. She eyeballs it real good.
Except for me.
Okay.
Because
Except,
I've had that since the beginning.
yeah, you have.
I
You
just
haven't
never,
used
I
it
only
once.
used it once so far. No, I used it once.
Okay, 6 damage for the first one. A 21 to hit for 6 damage. This is a 24 to hit. For 7 damage. I am not knocking them back because that would be a choice right now. Then the final attack is a crit. Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
So
Hey.
these are all on A,
Yes.
and the first one was 13 points of damage.
The first one was 6.
6, 7. Okay, so with the 6 and the 7, that one takes out A. So the third
Okay, so
attack
then-
can go on someone else.
B, sure. Do it on B.
B it is.
So that's 21 on B. That's Cora's action, bonus action. She's gonna shuffle back a little bit and get Surya right there.
So yeah, it's just positioning and defensive.
Yep.
Okay, C. This one is beside Chewbacca, and we'll take.
And we'll roll a wisdom check, just
And we'll
like
roll
B
wisdom.
should have done.
Oh, yeah.
That C fails. Let's see what happens to B. Also fails. What's the damage on?
This time, they take another 35 points.
Oh, fuck yeah.
3 7s and an 8. It's like, yes.
B had 34, so that's gonna take out B. That's interesting. There we are. Then C. 35.
But
See what it's
70,
gonna be.
70 points is already taken from me.
Yep. And it is going to claw and claw at Chewbacca.
No,
25 is going to hit, not critically. 18. Does the 18 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay.
yes, or rather, yes.
So it's a
Although I do want to check
7.
later if I can have different armor now that there's no limit on druids having metal armor. But
Really?
for now, yes.
So
It's very
7
easily.
points, and then it grapples you. And you have to make a Constitution saving throw DC 14.
So cons 13.
13. 1 short. So that means you take, in addition to the 7 you just took, another 6 piercing plus 12
Uh-oh.
necrotic.
Dang.
And it gets back 12 points in healing.
Good dang.
Also, your hit point maximum drops by 12. Until you take a long rest.
Just remember, for those who are within 10 feet of a paladin, ...
Oh, did I have a bonus?
On saves, yeah, plus
Oh.
4.
Then I
Oh,
would not.
that
I
was
would have
a-
saved.
Then you would have made it, and none of that would have happened.
Great.
Okay,
well,
so
that's
you took
much
7
better.
damage then.
Yeah.
7 only.
Right, because I had not done the other part yet. Okay.
And yeah, he unheals that damage. And Vampire Spawn D flees up the stairs.
What?
No way.
He's turned. He's turned.
He's got fleas.
Get back here.
He's got fleas. Representing this.
Whoops. Keep grabbing onto that. Okay. Sasha's up again.
Well, the one that fled up the stairs. Yeah, crap.
Destroy.
Let's take care of the one that's not fleeing right now.
Yeah, free me up so I can go after him.
Yeah. So, can I stick him from here, or do I have to fully enter the room, kind of go through like this?
Probably that.
Yeah, probably that. All right.
Oh, you talking? Yeah. That's a great spot.
That's a great spot. That's what he's going to do. He's going to do great spot stuff at this point in time. Crusader short sword. Ooh, look at that. 24 to hit.
Kick him. Yep.
Chair.
24 points of damage.
24.
Yes.
That takes him out.
Huzzah! So he fled up the stairs, basically, or?
That's right.
I follow.
1, 2, 3. I follow
Oh, you
Svaka.
go first.
Yeah, you'll probably beat me up the stairs. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I probably end up there, give or take. Because rogue.
Okay, hold on.
6. That seems about right.
At the top of the red marble staircase is a balcony with a suit of black plate armor standing against one wall. And let's do
Actually posed like Clint Eastwood, or just kind of propped there, or what?
Yeah, it's a decorative suit of armor.
None
You can
shall
see this-
pass.
Nothing unusual here. Disregard this.
You can see this area on the second level of the map, just above the first level.
Should I go?
I see.
10,
Actually, I can do
15,
the crap. How does this work out? All right, so I did an attack.
20.
Can I do the bonus action dash and then do the other attack, or I'm just
Yes.
kind of screwed?
Yes, you
I
can.
can. All right, then I'll do that.
Meep.
Hello, my friend. We'll end up there.
Peekaboo.
Second attack.
Oh. Nice.
16.
Exactly what you need.
All right, so we got disregard rogue damages. He's already done it once this round. So 12 points of damage.
Okay.
And you know what? He's going to pour a smite in that just for good measure. Because why not? Divine smite. And 2d8. We get another 12 points of damage. Of radiant.
Cool.
And that is his turn.
He
This,
hisses at you.
this is the base of the stairs, right?
Hiss back at him. Just because I can.
I think. Great.
Yes, that is the base of the stair.
Right, so
Yep.
5, 10,
Yeah.
15, 20. Right about there, I'm gonna thorn whip him.
Yeah, okay. Roll it up.
That'll be a 20, dirty 20.
Hits.
6. And however much falling damage. As I yoink him over the edge.
6 plus 1d6 falling damage for falling 10 feet.
Okay.
Thud.
Another 5.
11 points. And he's down here. Punk, he flips over the balcony railing. Flips over twice in the air and lands on his back on the floor with a
With
big
the-
thunk.
Wilhelm scream. Ah!
Yep. There's like a pile of dust shoots out from to all sides as this dusty creature lands on the ground.
Wilhelm scream. Wolf hum. Yep.
Wolfham scream.
Wolfham scream. Yow.
And next,
Alan.
Alan.
5, 10. Stab. Bonus action Hunter's Mark. Move this guy. Stab.
Oh, I had a couple more movement. I can just go up to the top of the stairs.
20 hit.
Block him off
Okay.
if he tries to go again.
That is 10 plus 8 plus 6 plus 10. That's 34.
He's in rough shape, still alive.
35 total for that attack.
Okay.
Second attack. Oh, Jesus Christ. 15, I miss.
Oh. Close one. Ramses.
Are any of these doors still open?
No, just the one to the coat room that you can see there.
So when these guys popped out, they closed the doors behind them?
Yeah. Yeah. And they don't like they looked in the glimpse you caught of them. There's a dining room to the north. There's like a sitting room to the south.
Okay, so it's
They're
one of these
still
other
in
two
them.
doors has to be the down. Okay, I will head over to here and bring my friends with me.
And then he's
So
got
he needs to make his DC 18 wisdom save.
fail. Wow, there's a lot of 6s coming up for those guys. Okay, so yeah, what's the damage on that?
It's not looking as good. Oh, 31.
Yeah, that takes him out.
And I will.
Swirling spirits
Oh.
engulf his body, and you lose sight of it for a moment. And when the spirits are gone, so is the body.
Ooh.
And they ate him.
Ooh. Kind of spirits? Rum? Bourbon?
Right. Open the door next to me.
Okay.
Oh, come on. I had a 50-50 chance. I'll open the other door.
I mean,
Well, before you do that,
there's
let me
also
just...
this door and this door.
But we know that goes into a dining room, and the lower one goes into a study.
The kitchen is
Oh.
tidy with dishware, cookware, and utensils neatly placed on shelves. A dome-shaped stone oven stands near the east wall. Near the oven is a well-stocked pantry.
Nice.
Okay. Uh-huh. And then the next one you wanted to spirit try was the one to the north.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh, I see. Huh.
And that is D5.
This is a lovely place.
Okay. The centerpiece of this wood-paneled dining room is a carved mahogany table covered with resplendent silverware and crystalware, and surrounded by 8 high-backed chairs.
No stairwell, huh?
Nope.
Hmm.
I guess. Are we out of initiative?
Yes, you are. So anyone can act here.
Yeah.
Alan
I'll.
opens this door.
Yeah. I'll open that up for.
Oops.
Oops. You see,
I
even
had
less.
I had clicked right there when you started doing that, so I thought I had somehow done it, and I was like, I don't know what I did.
Oh, that looks like a nice place.
This oak-paneled room looks like a hunter's den. A stag's head is mounted above the fireplace, and 3 stuffed wolves are positioned around the outskirts of the room.
Hmm.
Who here has the Wand of Secrets?
Why, as a matter of fact, it's me. One sec.
So, the Book of Armaments.
Wand of Secrets. Wand of Secrets. I will use the Wand of Secrets. If there is a secret door or trap within 30 feet of me, the wand will pulse and point at the nearest one to me.
Okay. It's all clear right now.
Okay, so I will, I guess, start by walking through the dining room. Since I'm here,
Mm-hmm.
hold on.
All clear.
I'm not going to take that off. I will go. Oh, come on.
You do get something from that square that's not filled in.
I kind of thought so. But it doesn't seem to be. If I point up, does it seem to pulse more? Or if I point up,
Ooh.
if I'm looking to see if the door is perhaps on the top, like it's obviously not telling me that. Oh, well, you can use an action to expend one of his charges if a secret door or trap is within 30 feet of you. Oh, so it's just telling me that there's potentially something here.
Yep. And it would
Right.
be it is more up than on this level.
Okay, so let's look upstairs to see if there's a hatch above.
How long does
Found
the
already
rod last? Is it
running up.
just a pulse that happens once, or does it
Let's
last a
see.
minute?
One of
Or
three. While holding, use an action to expend one of its charges. Secret door.
so it's like a pulse. You use a charge,
It's
and
a
it says,
pulse.
"Okay, if you're 30 feet from me right now."
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. So head upstairs.
Yeah, Fallon's already up, heading up.
Okay.
Yeah. Whoop. Back out.
Chewbacca's already been up here. Chewbacca, did you want to open any of these doors? Well,
Probably this northern one.
Fine, I'll
northern
follow
one.
I'll follow the crowd.
We could have just had Fallon try to punch through the wall.
I was considering it.
Or not through the wall.
Rawr, rawr.
And that is...
I was considering trying to find like a seam and fucking tearing my way in.
Right? Rip it apart.
Burgundy drapes cover the windows of this large bedroom. The furnishings include a 4-poster bed, a matching pair of wardrobes, and a vanity with a jewelry box. A portrait of a man and woman hangs above the fireplace. A parlor in the southwest corner contains a table and 2 chairs.
Cora, this looks like one you want to explore.
There's still people living in this house, Shabaka. I'm not going to steal from it.
She's not a fucking cat
Is it-
burglar. Like,
Isn't this a haunted house?
It's more of a dog
Not
burglar.
yet. They're not dead yet.
Not yet.
Oh.
Okay.
this is where the kids live.
Check the door by Cora.
Corpse. Check the corpse. Yeah, Cora's checking the door. This one.
There's 2 doors.
I need you to open the
Hello,
other.
folks.
Just another bedroom.
You're gonna search the rooms thoroughly?
Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna have to...
We're first clearing
Right,
this
okay.
area to make sure there's nothing in the
Um,
hole.
$15A. Okay. This bedroom contains a large bed, 2 nightstands, and a large mirror. A double door fitted with stained glass windows opens onto a balcony. One of the nightstands has been knocked over and the windows have been smashed because...
Okay. Oh, there's something in here. Because there's ghosts or cultists.
The remnants of a deadly battle lie about this chamber. Broken bits of furniture, scattered weapons, and 2 bodies shrouded in dark robes. A man stands over them. It's Van Richten.
Oh,
Close the door.
He's in one corner, wrapping a linen bandage around his leg.
I close the door.
Hmm.
He startles at the sound.
What was that?
It's Van Richten.
Who's
Again.
Oh, really?
Jesus.
Well,
we
he won't
really
recognize
really
Through the
don't
door,
know.
you hear, "Hello?"
Hello. How's it going?
Yeah.
Nobody's here.
Sasha
Silence.
walk up there. Remember, he looked like
Fallon
Luigi.
Fallon, no.
Yeah. Fallon
Stop.
opens the other door.
No, Fallon's got to open the other door.
Okay.
No, she's not opening that one. She's gonna open
Sasha's
this one.
gonna,
She's gonna hide in there.
gonna go in and talk to Van Richten, though?
Yeah, he'll go in there.
No.
Hi.
Okay. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
he's like, and you can see he's in obvious pain on his leg where he's got quite a wound.
He'll lay on hands.
Oh, how much can you heal with that?
He can heal up to 40 points.
Doesn't need all that. How much are you willing to give?
Does the 15 look like it'll do him?
15 looks like it'll help a lot, but not fully heal him.
20?
You don't need to fully heal him.
Yeah,
He's
I'd love
fine.
20.
20 sounds good.
Guy.
20
Okay.
he does.
He's useless.
He stretches his legs out, and that much appreciated. And as you're standing there, these cult robe wearing people on the floor, they have tattoos that begin to glow. And Van Richten looks down at them and he's like, "Oh, that's not good." And as
Out
soon as
comes the
that
sword.
happens, they begin to rise.
And Sasha will just stick one through.
Let's see.
Sorry, Sasha, you're on your own with this one.
Yeah, I figured. This is
I
gonna
mean, we
be...
can send. I guess we could send Wolfhum and Surya too in, but
Yeah, we can.
no one else can go in there.
You can. It would require problems.
Well, not necessarily.
If anyone else can
We could
disguise themselves, I mean, yeah.
Nope.
I
mean,
am
I can
wearing
turn into a fire elemental.
and burn down the
Cora
house.
is also
We've seen this
wearing a
before.
somewhat of a disguise, but look, she's kind of highly identifiable anyway.
Yeah, but
Fallon.
I was gonna say with Ramses, he's got his cloak on, and I've got Spirit Guardian still active. So all I have to do is walk to the door. I don't have to say anything. Just be in that spot.
And it's not like you're trying to be someone else. You're just trying to
No.
hide who you are.
Exactly.
That's a lot easier.
I do want to point out that Ramses has fucking angel wings.
Only when I want to. I don't right now.
Okay. So I was like,
That
that's
would be-
pretty
I
identifiable.
mean, there are other ASMR as well. So
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, we haven't had to get to that stage of a fight yet. The shit has not got real.
This is gonna be great. Because I know Shabaka and
Honest.
Fallon are not protecting themselves or covering.
Fallon's going, if there's no survivors, I don't need to worry about it.
He's
Darn
over
Van
here
Richten.
talking to you. And so, yeah, everyone
Is
who...
he disguised as Rictavio?
No, but it's the only stat block that we
Oh,
have.
okay. Because I was gonna say I thought we established that he hadn't begun living there. Okay.
Yeah, he's not disguised as Rictavio. He's just
Okay,
being
'cause
himself.
We'd specifically asked about that. Now I'm like, fuck, this guy's here anyway. Man, this fucking guy.
So
Yeah, everyone can roll initiative.
lovely.
Oh, actually, hold on. I didn't caught that.
Holy smokes.
Again, a
Like a
25.
superstar today.
Fallon in the background going, I can't stab.
I rolled 10 anyway.
Well, Fallon tried opening another door, so we should see what's happened there too. Just in case it adds something.
She's hiding in there.
Yeah, but who knows who's inside that closet?
Yeah, I know.
It's interesting. Okay. Everyone rolled?
Y'all.
Mhm.
Okay, Sasha's up.
All right. Sasha moves forward
And we can start
and
another fight.
does a slicey dicey.
Oh, we probably shouldn't actually start another fight. We'll start this fight. Put yourself back where you were. We'll start it next time.
Sorry, I
Yeah.
just looked at the time and I was like, ah!
Yeah, no, I would have. I
Help.
would have been
I'll
on
move
that,
back
but I
here.
missed it.
Sorry, I will also, just as a parting thing, just so I know not to start with it. When I hear that Van Richten is in the room, I will turn off Spirit Guardians
Mm.
because they would cut him up because he's not our group.
Well, you get to choose who.
You can pick if he's an ally or not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you can
it has to be
only
done at the casting of the spell. It can't
Yeah.
be done after the
you
fact.
can't alter after.
Mm.
Oh.
Yeah, I just actually checked up on that. I thought you would be able to change it, but no.
Yeah, I thought you would be just because it's like if somebody new shows up.
Exactly, but apparently not.
Okay, well, there you go.
Before we head out, can I know what's in the room that Fallon just went and hid inside of?
No.
Shit, alright.
Closes
She
it.
disappeared!
I keep doing that the
Darkness.
wrong way.
Darkness, my only
Okay,
friend.
let's see.
What, a closet?
Hold on a second. That is D14. Yeah, this dusty shelves line the walls of this room. The shelves hold linens and other household goods. Yep, you are in a storage room. A very
Fallon's gonna make
small
herself a
storage
ghost
room.
costume.
Oh,
Yep,
Alan's back in the closet.
full on
Come to the
She was
closet,
Scooby-Doo
Fallon.
style.
never been there before, let's be real.
And we shall fight some priests of Osiris next week.
Keep fucking running those guys.
Osiris.
OSYBUS.
Indeed.
Okadalka.
The priest of Sybaris.
Richten.
Woohoo.
Cool.
Why do I feel like I've heard that before? And did we fight one of them before? I feel like we have.
No.
No, they show up in like Van Richten's guide.
Oh, okay. Just been going like,
This
hmm.
fucking
They're
guy.
not-
I mean,
they're
this
not-
might be where he put it in. He went, these guys. Put it in my guide.
Every time we goddamn run into Van Richten, he needs us to fucking help him with something. It's like seriously. He's supposed to be this master vampire hunter. But like
And we're constantly hauling his ass out of trouble. Yeah.
yeah.
you're higher level than he is now too. Like he did have some strength when you were lower level, but you're way you guys
mean
way
when he got fucking killed and then left and did nothing else?
Yep. Well,
This
Yes,
fucking guy.
It wasn't his story to tell.
yep.
He was like, "This is not my journey. Goodbye."
I mean, it's possible you get him as your ally, and
Maybe
it's a little different at that point. But
maybe
that's
he
not the way your cards came up.
doesn't
Also,
like
your
him.
cards, your found family was better than your cards were. So
maybe he's always
Sure.
had us helping him out, and that's why he's got a reputation.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
We've always helped him, and he's always gotten away with.
And he's one
more
of
than
those
he
guys
should.
that doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't claim anybody else has helped him. It's always
Yeah.
been just him.
Man,
Because these
already
people are
fucking
popping out of
doesn't like this guy.
existence.
And
Crazy.
deliberately hiding their identity, to be fair.
Yeah.
one other thing about the Rod of Secrets, not only did you get a ping from that area that was kind of didn't get filled in on the map downstairs,
Yep.
but you also got a ping from a place just south and east of where you're standing now.
South and east. Okay.
Like real
There.
close. Yeah. There.
Okay.
Yep.
I had to actually think about which way was south and then which way was east. My brain was like, huh? Bottom right.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. There's actually we're just gonna say south is down, east is right, but the north on this map is actually doesn't line up with that. But I'm gonna ignore that.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, that actually makes
Yes,
sense
because
considering
the building
this
is-
entrance should be
Yep.
going this way, actually, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's over on the right hand side.
That's okay. We gets it.
Why would they do this to us? Why couldn't they just
Indeed.
Not the way it works. Episode 22 next week.
22.
Oh my gosh, something Taylor
Death House
Swift.
Part
You
2.
just revealed
I
something,
don't-
Jess.
I don't think you meant to do that.
No, I did not. How did that happen?
Erase.
You wait.
I'd already closed out of the map. Y'all got
we
to see
Me too.
something.
I shut it all down. Can you let me open it up again? Just give me a minute.
About this.
Yeah. There was like the problem with the mouse button being stuck down.
It's okay. We'll buy you a new mouse.
It's okay.
Thanks, Microsoft.
Anytime.
Spoilers.
I mean, I didn't see much, to be fair. That was just odd markings.
It's okay. I didn't log back in. I saw nothing. So,
He tried.
yeah. As we're already working on another project.
Fair enough. Cool. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Catch you
Yeah.
next week.
Good time as always.
Yeah, buddy.
Is it everybody's here next week?
Yeah.
Should
Let's see
be.
here. Next week, yeah. Week of the. Let's see here. Where are you? Calendar. Calendar.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Meetings.
I'll be heading out to
Yeah.
India's.
All right. So,
Night.
You too.
let's see here. I got to look at the month of June, and I am going to be out the week of the 9th through the 12th.
The 12th is
Got
my
it.
birthday.
Got a quarterly meeting
Oh, well, happy birthday on the
in
12th.
DC, unfortunately.
It was my
And
birthday
then-
yesterday.
Happy
Oh,
Oh,
birthday.
Happy birthday.
I thought you were summoned.
Birthday yesterday.
Mine is on Friday, I believe. Let's see here.
The 23rd.
Nope, 24th, Saturday.
Of-
Ooh, so many birthdays in
May.
May.
Of May?
Wow.
All
Holy
good things
smokes.
happen in May.
And my wife's birthday is 2 days before mine.
Oh, really? Happy birthday to her too.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
sister's birthday was last week.
My
lot of
demon
May
spawn's
birthdays.
birthday was on the 6th.
Yeah.
The 6th of May?
Yeah.
Sorry,
She
and
managed
Zoe,
to
yours
skip
is
one.
when?
Mine's the 12th of June.
12th of June.
A lot of people
For a second, I
getting it
thought it was
on
the
in
6th. I was
September.
like, well.
Apparently so.
Oh, actually, there's going to be a day in June. Think about it. I potentially won't be able to. So Valen's graduation is June.
Well, it won't be
20.
next
So,
week, so
I'm going to be in Nashville the 22nd through the 25th.
yeah, that won't
June.
conflict.
Nice.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna end the stream. So thank you those who rated and stuck around.
I'm going
And
to bed.
have a good
Yep,
night,
sleep
everyone.
well.
We'll see you next week.
All right.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Yep.